Ngô Đức Mạnh was born on October 5, 1991, in Vinh Phuc Province, Vietnam. Raised in a small village where the pace of life was dictated by agriculture and tradition, Mạnh was introduced to sports early on, encouraged by his family's values of hard work and resilience. His parents, although not athletes themselves, instilled in him the importance of physical fitness, discipline, and determination. From a young age, Mạnh demonstrated a natural aptitude for physical activities. He loved running and was often seen sprinting around the village with friends, enjoying the freedom and thrill of speed. His physicality and competitive nature caught the attention of his high school physical education teacher, who encouraged him to join the school's track and field team. At 16 years old, Ngô Đức Mạnh made the decision to pursue athletics seriously, entering into formal training. His first exposure to competitive running was at Vinh Phuc High School, where he excelled in short-distance sprints, especially the 100 meters and 200 meters. Mạnh early performances were impressive, but it wasn't until he competed in the Vietnam Youth Athletics Championships that he truly recognized his potential to succeed on a national scale. Rising through the ranks 2010-2015. Establishing himself as a competitive sprinter. Ngô Đức Mạnh journey from a promising high school athlete to a national contender began in earnest after he joined the Vietnam national athletics team in 2010. His dedication and natural ability in sprinting soon made him a standout in the team. However, transitioning from local competitions to the national stage proved to be a challenge. Mạnh found himself competing against much more experienced and seasoned athletes, which pushed him to improve both his physical endurance and mental fortitude. In 2011, Mann's first major breakthrough came when he clinched a silver medal in the 100 meters at the Vietnam National Athletics Championships. Though he was a relatively unknown athlete at the time, his speed and technique caught the eye of coaches, and it was clear that he had a bright future in sprinting. He continued to refine his sprinting skills, working hard to overcome the technical hurdles that came with the shift to competitive athletics. By 2013, Mạnh had established himself as one of the top sprinters in Vietnam, particularly in the 100 meters and 200 meters. In this year, he earned a gold medal in the 200 meters at the Vietnam National Championships, setting a personal best and proving that he had the potential to challenge for titles on the regional and international stage. His continued success in national events was a reflection of his commitment to his sport and his growing confidence in his abilities. Despite stiff competition from more established sprinters, Mann's performances continued to improve, earning him a spot on the Vietnam national athletics team for international competitions, including the Southeast Asian (SEA) Games. Career peak and international recognition 2016-2020. The height of success. The years between 2016 and 2020 marked the pinnacle of Ngô Đức Mạnh sprinting career. His sustained excellence in domestic competitions and his impressive performances at the Southeast Asian Games propelled him to regional recognition, where he competed against some of the best sprinters in Southeast Asia. In the 2016 Southeast Asian Games, (SEA Games), held in Singapore, Mann's career reached a new level of prominence. Competing in the 100 meters and 200 meters, Mạnh was at the top of his game. The competition was fierce, but Mạnh years of preparation culminated in a bronze medal finish in the 100 meters, marking his first international podium finish. His time of 10.48 seconds in the final was a personal best and earned him recognition across Southeast Asia. His performance in the 200 meters, although strong, did not yield a medal. But it was a reminder of his versatility as a sprinter. In the following years, Mạnh success continued to build. He repeated his success at the Vietnam National Athletics Championships, consistently taking gold in the 100 meters and 200 meters. His victories were not limited to national competitions. Mann's consistent top finishes in the SEA Games further solidified his reputation. He went on to win silver in the 100 meters at the 2017 SEA Games in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, improving upon his 2016 performance. In 2018, he set a new national record for the 200 meters with a time of 20.86 seconds, breaking the previous record that had stood for several years. This achievement placed Mạnh among the top sprinters in Asia and earned him a spot in the Asian Games in Jakarta, Indonesia. At the 2018 Asian Games, Mann's performance was solid, but the level of competition was higher, and he finished 5th in the 100 meters and 6th in the 200 meters. While these results were not medals, they cemented his status as one of the premier sprinters in the region. Throughout this period, Mana also found success in a number of international meets, including the Asian Athletics Championships, where he consistently performed well. His ability to compete at the highest level against sprinters from countries like Japan, China, and Thailand made him one of the standout athletes in Vietnamese sprinting history. Main achievements. Ngô Đức Mạnh career was marked by several key achievements, many of which were historic for Vietnamese athletics. Southeast Asian Games. SEA Games. 2016. Bronze medal in the 100 meters with a time of 10.48 seconds. 2017. Silver medal in the 100 meters. Consistently medaled in both the 100 meters and 200 meters in the SEA Games. Vietnam National Athletics Championships. Multiple gold medals in the 100 meters and 200 meters. Broke national records, including setting a 200 meters national record in 2018 with a time of 20.86 seconds. Asian Athletics Championships. Consistently placed in the top 5 in the 100 meters and 200 meters. Asian Games. Reached the finals in both the 100 meters and 200 meters at the 2018 Asian Games. International recognition. Ranked among the top 10 sprinters in Southeast Asia in the 100 meters and 200 meters. Set national records and competed against some of Asia's best sprinters, bringing attention to Vietnamese athletics on the international stage. Challenges and transition to coaching. 2020 present. Injury, recovery, and new directions. Like many athletes, Ngô Đức Mạnh faced significant challenges as he approached his late 20s. In 2020, after years of intense competition, Mạnh began to experience recurring injuries, particularly in his hamstring and quadriceps, which hindered his sprinting abilities. These injuries forced him to take a step back from competition, leading to a period of recovery and rehabilitation. The COVID-19 pandemic added further complications, delaying his comeback and reducing opportunities for international competition. In 2021, Mạnh made a concerted effort to recover, but by this point, the competition was increasing, and younger sprinters were emerging in Vietnam. Recognizing that his body was no longer able to keep up with the intense demands of professional sprinting, Mạnh made the difficult decision to retire from active competition in 2022. After his retirement, Mạnh shifted his focus to coaching. Drawing upon his vast experience, he began working with young sprinters, helping to train the next generation of Vietnamese athletes. His work as a coach at the Vietnam Athletics Federation allowed him to contribute to the development of sprinting talent, focusing on both technique and mental toughness. Mann's transition from athlete to coach ensured that his knowledge and expertise were passed on to future stars of Vietnamese athletics.